Right, well, peeps, a short update on the Broncos. You may be able to tell I sound a little better. Still got some cold, but right, well, as always with my videos, there's a bit of a backstory. Right, this Land Rover's been an ongoing build for ages. Had some wheels and tyres on it, which worked really well, looked really cool, but I wanted some better ones, so I bought these tyres. These incredibly expensive, genuine Pro Line KM3s. They're too small. They just wouldn't. I figured they wanted a slightly smaller tyre on it to look good, and it turns out it didn't. So I've eventually put the wheels that I bought to go on those in the original tyres they had on it, and right, that is it. This truck is finished. I need to just find up the centre caps because a good friend printed up some Land Rover logos to go on those, so that wheel and tyre package is now done. If anybody's been on visiting my channel for a while, you remember this was orange originally. These are the original upgraded wheels and tyres that I got for it. Well, they're not the original wheels because these are now here. Yes, I've painted them black. These are now going in those wheels for the Bronco, which is very nearly finished now. The paint on these is still a little tacky, which is why I haven't reassembled the wheels. Now, this is the power of a little trimming and decoration, because I'd actually convinced myself this looked shite. I wish I'd never painted it red. I've ruined it, and then, now, the scale is still crap. This window should be more or less level with this. On the real ones, if you look, there is very little actual difference in level between this trim and this trim, so that sets your eyes off for a start. Secondly, it should be longer in the back. Ignore the wheels, although they do look pretty cool actually. So yes, this is the Ford Bronco in XLS trim. I've seen a video on YouTube of a guy who had the freewheeling and XLS editions side by side, two of the a white freewheeling edition, which apparently is very rare. And he lied to me. He said it was a red XLS, and I've been on his Instagram, it was blue originally. So, ooh, naughty boy. But I like the red, so I don't care. I've been messing with the window tint film again. Now, that really does. I messed up on the paint because I made my own masking for the windows. It didn't go 100% to plan. There's still all the goo on the inside. I've applied the window tint film on the outside, so hopefully it won't come off. It's not perfect, but you can't see all the goo on the inside on the rear windows now. So there's this vinyl everywhere. Need to have a good clear up. I didn't have enough silver. As you can see, the bottom line is silver, the top one is grey. To the eye, you can barely tell. On camera, I'm noticing you can barely tell, so that's not too bad. This side actually looks better than the other. I'll tell you what I've noticed, that it bulges out at the sides. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I've tried bending it back. I'm going to have to heat it. If you push it in a little, again, it's another thing that throws your eyes out with the scale. When you push it in, it doesn't look as bad. It pops out, it looks awful. The other side is the same. Yes, the front, right, it's unfortunately I am on a load of tablets for various medical conditions, but what that does give you is access to all these little blister packs of all different sizes and shapes. They make absolutely brilliant. If you've got one of those chrome pens, absolutely brilliant light buckets. Slightly smaller tablets for the indicators and an orange Sharpie, and I always use this medical tape for headlights. It gives a sort of, it's not perfect, but it gives a, you know, seen it there? No, you can't see it in this light, but it gives like a crisscross finish. Just gives the glass some texture more than it would. I mean, obviously these lines would be specific lines to affect the beam angle and stuff on the headlight beam, but the badge is a little oversized. It's the smallest one I've got that matches anywhere near. Just a little sad on the lack of definition of the grille, and I did mess up on the paint a little bit. There's a few trimmings to be made. This overspray and bits of black paint stuck to it all over the place like that. Oh, I can't get that off now. If anybody knows how to get paint off Lexan, that is on the outside, so not a problem. I quite like those wheels on it actually, but they're not staying. They're just to hold it up while these are ready to be reassembled. They are the perfect size for that, and they are damn good tyres. So even though it's only a cheapo crawler, it should be fairly capable when I've got it all mounted up. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all I've done really. I am so impressed with how much difference just a few little bits of trim make. It's black vinyl, just I made like little trim lines out of it and it just won't stick. And this, I have to do something with this. It's just awful. That's gonna get that on a trail and it's just gonna be going, so I'll have to make a backing piece for the bumper that sort of locks into these, so that I'll put some Velcro on it and it'll hold the back end. The front isn't so bad because it's more rigid at the front anyway. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how that's turning out. I can't do anything about the scale that Proline gave this shell. It's fine to there. If you cover that all is pretty accurate in comparison to that, and it's also pretty accurate to there as far as the length is concerned. But the back should be almost as long as that. The bumper should be there. So obviously it's shortened the entire back end, which to me is unforgivable. But there you go. I mean, the actually could have made it for a longer chassis, but or pulled the wheel arch in to make it for a shorter chassis. I don't know. But there we go. That's where we're at with these two. I've ordered a gearbox, which should have been here by today. Maybe it'll come tomorrow, Saturday. Things tend to come on a Saturday here. I think the poster leaves them all to one day. You know, if they should have been coming like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they all come on a Saturday. So yeah, all I need to do now is make an indicator or marker light, sorry, for the front fender, and see if I can make some sort of XLS logo for the back. Oh, bear with me. Right, this is the truck in the video that I've referenced, and that's what the logo should look like. Not difficult, but just because it's small. So we can find the entire truck. That truck, right? That's what it looked like originally. So he fibbed. He absolutely fibbed. See, he's also made the stripes a bit smaller, I think. Yeah, and it took me ages to find what the tailgate should look like. But there you go. The whole truck looks like this, the real one. So yeah, I'll put it the right way around into that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. The wheels, I could do with some smaller wheels really. Something in between these and those 155s on there would be perfect size, but I aren't spending any more money on this. This is already a project that has took money I didn't really have spare. My lovely wife let me just have this body shell. So that, yeah, I've mentioned that in the previous video. So that's what made this entire project possible, my lovely wife. So there we go. Yeah. I'm hoping once the gearbox comes, I can make some drive shafts. I've got all the electronics. Maybe I can get this out and about. Because by the time the gearbox comes, I should have the wheels reassembled and refitted. So there we go. Right, thanks for watching, peeps, and more soon.